our dear brother, Mr. Snow, always, let's come together. Let's make this group. Let's be committed to something, no matter how little it is. We don't even have, you don't have to, shout your name out there. Just let your actions speak, and then we move from there. So once again, I want to say thank you so very much for, you know, tuning in. We really, really appreciate you. But let's do more than this. Let's do more than just tuning in. You can go to the website. We know the website already, www.biafragovernment.org. And the government is well spelled out, not abbreviation or anything. Please, let's do it. And so we can get out of here. Thank you very much. I hit my mic.
Thank you so much, my co-host Oyaya Parawansi. Now, some people may say, "Oh, that was a AI video." No, it wasn't. Finally, I've downloaded it and I will cut it out and share it in the X. It is a CBS documentation in 1969, Biafra Civil War. So it is not AI. Let me play the boy's voice again. The confidence that the boy had, the boldness that the boy had, is what triggered me here. It's what motivated me here. He said, Biafra is fighting for survival. And the man asked him, are you sure? He said, we will win. We will win. Now pay attention to his age. At this age, he joined the Biafra army. He did not say, I will not join Ojukwu. Ojukwu is not a professor. Ojukwu is not this, Ojukwu is not this. This military here, they don't have qualification, or they have a lot of money. They don't have a lot of. There was nothing like in-house fighting. They were all focused. That was what attracted this small boy to join the army. He saw the coordination, he saw the unity, he saw the determination in the military. He decided to. I don't know if he's still alive till today. Let me take it back just a little, and then we'll continue. But effective. You're going to stop us right by the shoulder here. I don't want to defend it.
And here I met a young trooper, a very young trooper in the Biafran army. How old are you?
I'm 10 years.
10 years old. You know why Biafra is fighting?
Biafra is fighting for survival.
Is it going to win?
Yes.
He knows the objective. He knows why. For survival. But you see a lot of educated illiterate. They don't understand why we are fighting for Biafra. This boy, at the age of 10, understood that we are fighting for survival. He saw the marginalization of the Biafran people, and he became determined. He saw what Agbala Agbas today have not seen. They pretend not to see. A 10-year-old boy. Wow. He understood what suffering was in that time. He said, no, we are fighting for survival. And he looked at the Beke face, which was a British national, and said, we will win. And did they win the war? The answer is yes, they won it. So you that is in this space, or you listen to this space later, or you that is fighting the government, what are you doing in the Biafra freedom, self-determination? Do you really understand what you want? Do you really understand why you joined Briggy? Can you answer the question boldly like this young boy of 10 years old, telling the Beke, I know that we will win. I know what Biafra is fighting for. Biafra is fighting for survival. There was nothing like a missing word or saying, let me go back and think. He was fully equipped and informed. You see? I don't know if our co-host, Minister Snow, is available to speak. If not, we will continue. I think he's busy. So okay.
Good morning. Good
Welcome,
morning,
sir.
Tutor.
Yeah. Say hi to Biafrans. It's a
Yes,
privilege for you to be my co-host. Thank you. I appreciate your presence, sir. Thank you.
yeah, yes, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Mark Tony, my brother, good morning. Rage and Fury. My six, 1 million. Alpha now. Sister Betty, greetings from here. Uncle Ben Owabo. Cyprian, Ezebina Biafra. Biafra Free Energy Tech, I believe that's you. Um, and every single one of us here, I greet each and every one of you. I think I saw the HOD of listening section earlier, Ihu, but she's gone. Sister Celine, greetings from here. Holland, good news. And every single one of you that are here, I greet each and every one of you and I welcome you to today's space. Please, if you're on the space or if you're listening, I see our own deputy rep of the United States, Chini. Greetings. Odogu, I greet you from here, please. I'm not going to keep calling everybody's name. CEO, I greet you. Mystic, every one of you, Biko, Onyobona, I greet you with all my heart. Etel, please, if you've not shared the space, please just take a second out of your very busy schedule and just click the share button and share the space so that other people can join us in this conversation today. You know, Nigeria is bleeding, same way as Biafra bleeding. When Nigeria is bleeding, it affects Biafra because we are all over the parts of the contraption called Nigeria. A lot of people do not know it, but our people are also being killed in the north. As they slaughter all these people, our people are being affected too. In our own homeland, the soldiers are there killing civilians at will. So, in as much as the topic says Nigeria is bleeding, Biafra is bleeding, and it is left to us to stop the bleeding that our dear nation is going through right now. Coming to the video you just played, my sister, one of the most one of the most beautiful thing about it is that this 10-year-old kid, just like you just mentioned, he understands that the fight for Biafra is a fight of survival. Up till today, we are still fighting the fight to survive. When are we going to actually going to fighting a fight to just be free? No longer just to survive, but to be free from the shackles of the oppressors. I remember years ago when we normally said, if we had firefighter jets, when these people drops bomb in our territory, we'll give them what they want too. When we believed and hoped that Finland, after our restoration of independence, would align themselves with Biafra, dating back to the historic recognition or support from Finland, genocidal war. We all trusted and believed in Finland. Our land bleeds. If a 10-year-old who did not have much ammunition to fight with believes that they're not going to fail because he's fighting a fight to survive, fight of survival. He's not yet, he's not even a teenager yet. He's still a kid. If he knows this, you that have lived this suffering all this while, all of you that I talk to always, and the thing you always want to say is, can't we do this without a war? We should not fight a war. I want you to be really ashamed of yourself. Don't get discouraged. Don't get so broken, because, like we all know, Biafra is a spirit, and this could be the way God is hastening our freedom to come to us. You understand? So they must shut down the Nigeria in Biafra territory for Biafra to rise. So let Soludo bring it on. And as the war is raging, please, this is not the time to discriminate. If there is anybody that is working in defense of the homeland to liberate the homeland and get our freedom closer to us, such person must be supported. If there is anybody that is doing something to take the Biafra matter to the international community, even as Nigeria is bleeding, how we have been the most victims under Nigeria, such persons should be supported. This is why we commend our mother and our sister, Rachel Uwonsu, for what she is doing in the Israeli parliament, Knesset. Let every other Biafran imitate that. If she is fighting from Israel, Biarogia is fighting from Washington, D.C., and other Biafrans are fighting from their respective country, we bring our collective result together before, we get our freedom. So what we are calling for is, it doesn't mean that it's only one person or it's only BRGI.
I think we have lost Rage. Please, let's manage the time. Rage, when you come back, we'll give you the mic again. I think internet has kicked you out. Okay, so now let's see how we can connect what is happening, and then at the same time use this to also educate the Biafran people, for them to, be awake and know what is happening in Nigeria, even though we've been saying this every day. But it is our job to expose Nigeria, for Biafrans that still believe in them to know that Nigeria is not for them. And we'll look at the financing of the terrorists. Yeah, because weapons don't buy themselves. All the motorbikes that they use, they don't just appear or fall from the sky. And thousands of bandits do not coordinate operations across multiple states without money. They don't. They don't do that without logistics. They don't even do that without somebody powerful enough looking away on purpose for them. You see? And recently we've seen Sahara reporters, they've carried out investigation, and they gave a detailed report on the network of 20 Nigerians and 3 foreign nationals suspected of funding Boko Haram and other extremist groups in Nigeria. And whatever I'm going to tell you here, please, I have a reference for it. This was reported by Sahara reporters, and you can also find it out from a Sofan Center. So you can research on your own and find out, because there was a very high scale, hundreds of billions of naira was reportedly, it was reported in this article, and they said it had to flow through their account over several years. So when I say that the terrorists did not just wake up today and start to kill people, still kill Biafrans, kill Christians, kill Muslims who refuse to join jihadist group, they didn't start today. It's a long time. As one senator said, that politicians only look at the short-term benefits of supporting terrorism, But terrorists look at the long term, like OIC, they look at the long term investment. And let me tell you one thing, Nigeria has gone into bankrupt. Nigeria don't have money. Nigeria is the #1 country that goes around borrowing money. So when you hear them, oh, that they've paid 2 billion to these terrorists, they paid this as ransom, all that money comes from OIC and the D8. Why? Because they have a target. They have that objective that Nigeria must be Islamized. And one of the objectives of you joining the OIC is to support your fellow Islamic state. And the president of Turkey came out outrightly to tell you guys that Nigeria is an Islamic nation. So they are getting money from all these countries that make up OIC, 57 of them, and D8, 8 of them. Nigeria is part of the D8, pulled out from the OIC. It is not their money. Now, when they bring this money, they give to the terrorists. What will the terrorists do with the money? They go ahead and acquire more weapons. They give this money, they acquire more weapons, they go to the military barracks and bomb it and still pack with weapons. Where do they go to with all these weapons? To Biafra land. Because that is where we are giving them headache. So they did not plan this thing today. Nigeria has been sold, and Musa is fully aware of what is happening. Musa said in his video that they were the ones that brought in these terrorists. They allowed them, they groomed them, and now the terrorists have taken over. So the Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit identified 96 individuals as financiers of terror groups, with other 424 associates, 123 companies. You remember last week, one intelligence analyst made a statement and said that the terrorism network in Nigeria is so strong that it cannot be broken because they are getting regional and nationwide and global funding. So the United States of America really have to stand tall, and all of us here as Biafrans, we really need to come together to break this trend. If not, it will be very difficult. It will be very difficult. We have to come together and fund our freedom. Now, 33 Bureau de Change operations allegedly linked to terrorism funding. So the network financial operation was traced through 1,801 bank accounts across 18 banks. Let me tell you the number again, 1,801 bank accounts funding terrorism. And when we are telling our people, bring money, they will say it doesn't concern me. It will concern all of you very soon. Across 18 banks. This one is even Al Jazeera that reported it for the very first time. And they mention all these banks. Access Bank is this, all of them. And if you go to Nigerian app, you will see so many banks in the app now. So many. You'll be wondering, is this really a bank? So many microfinance. They are using all this to, transfer money for terrorism. And nobody has been prosecuted because terrorism financing allegations in Nigeria often involve powerful political and business elites. So for lawmakers exposing them, they could destabilize political alliance and threaten all the campaign financing sources. So they don't want to expose them. They bury them. This is the reason El-Rufai jumped out and made a confusion last week. Because this man knows too much. He is not a saint. He is not a saint. But at the same time, he's coming out to expose them because he was part of the game. He knows what is happening. He has been the governor of Kaduna for 8 good years. So he knows. He has been relating with these Fulani headsmen. He has been relating with bandits in their kidnapping. He knows about the students that have been abducted. He knows about the mass killing in southern Kaduna. So he dealt directly with the terrorists for nearly a decade. He knows, he negotiated with them. So when you see him come out and say, Nigeria is negotiating with terrorists, it is what he was doing. And he knows the inside and outside of what the Nigerian government is doing with the terrorists. He also paid the terrorists. So he knows how they operate. He knows who fund these people. He knows who protects them. And now he has turned against Tinubu. He is talking. If you go back to his interview in 2016, he made a confession And he admitted back then in that December 2016 that he became an opponent of the federal government. Before he became this opponent that is fighting against Tinubu right now, he made a lot of confession. And in that interview, he confessed that he paid Fulani headers from Niger. He paid them from Mali, those that came from Mali. He paid those that came from Chad. He paid them, those that came from Senegal, those that came from Cameroon. Why did he pay them? To stop killing people in southern Kaduna. And he gave explanation for it. He said, these Fulani headsmen were angry because their cattle were killed during 2011 post-election crisis in Kaduna. So years later, which was in 2015, between 2015, look at what this man said. I'm trying to connect something here. Between August and September, he also dropped another accusation against Ribadu that the Office of the National Security Advisor, which is under Ribadu, is coordinating a policy of appeasing terrorists. Now, coordinating a policy, that means they've written out this policy and they have approved this policy. So it is binding that they must pay terrorists. Appeasing, begging, robbing their bags. Oh, can you just take this? Okay, we will pay you this. Oh, just on a stage for you to think that they are doing something. But inside them, they know what they are doing, that they are expanding Islamization. He said they are paying bandits, giving them monthly allowances and sending them food in the name of non-kinetic measures. Gumi also confirmed this, that he goes to the forest to visit these terrorists and he goes with Nigerian military and police as escorts. They are not hiding their mouth. But Biafrans are sitting down there. Hey, okay, carry this, Sonia Parawa this, Brigi this, carry. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What? You should come together and bring your funding. You are there fighting. Who should be the leader? Who should not be the leader? Meanwhile, the terrorists are organizing themselves. Forget about what El Rufai is doing. When it comes to politics, they are united. Forget that. They are playing the same template with El Rufai. Exactly what they did with Malami last 2 weeks ago. So you should not be carried away. Nigeria is bleeding. As our CEO says, so far as Nigeria is bleeding, Biafra land is bleeding as well. Because we are the ones that they are killing. This guy also came out and said, what I will not do is to pay bandits. The same man that said that he paid bandits in all the countries in the Sahel region, he came out and said that he will not pay bandits. So this shows you who El-Rufai is and that they are doing drama. And I said it last week, this drama is to distract us from focusing on the genocide going on. Because they are playing their script. Did you see a lot of people twisting about the genocide last week? No. Because people were carried away by the drama of El-Rufai in DSS and in EFCC. He said they give them monthly allowance, they send them food and all that. And immediately, this same Ribadu denied it. He denied immediately and said it is false, it is baseless, and deeply insulting to Nigerian security forces that the federal government does not pay ransom to bandits. We have consistently warned Nigerians against paying ransom. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? The same you that made policy of appeasing terrorists, you are now coming out to say, no, such a thing does not arise. Such accusation is invalid by El-Rufai. And Kaduna State Governor, which is now under the governor of Obasanjo, also denied paying any ransom and threatened to arrest the same El-Rufai. He said he's inciting violence. But what happened yesterday? It has shown publicly. We know that each time they kidnap people, Nigerian terrorists must pay the money. And this man did not back down. He continued. He said traditional and community leaders have openly condemned payment to bandits. Officials are withdrawing huge amounts of money from state treasury, handing them over to the bandits and terrorists. When will we hear that the Biafran people have withdrawn their money and said, I am investing in IOU, take it. Because of what is happening, we have no way to run to. You are sitting on the fence, expecting a free Biafra, expecting to have free citizenship, right? Our passport will be so expensive. If you don't pay, if you don't support and show us your proof of support, you will not get your ID. And I guarantee you, if they start the ID process again, you will need to show your receipts. Nobody will sit on the fence and come out and get free citizenship. It cannot happen. You are busy fighting. If you want to collect money from Nigerian government, collect it and bring for your freedom. We need AJ and Ejema. Whatever you know you can do to pull out money, do it. If you have been taking 10 cups of coffee in a day, reduce it to 5. We need AJ and Ejema. And he kept on asking, who delivers the cash to the terrorists? I want to arrive at something. How much money is skimmed off? Because people are also benefiting, skimming from this money before it even get to the bandits. And he kept on challenging them. Explain how this money moves. Show us the receipt. As if he's shown his own because he started it. He's so, confident in what he's doing because he knows that that is what has been happening for years and he is part of it. So the government cannot deny, and that is the reason they are threatening doing their show so that El-Rufai is being called to order, blah, blah, blah. Those are all scam. They are staged managed. After much publicized negotiation with bandits in Gwari, did the bandit not kill 5 citizens in the same Gwari local government last month? That was what El-Rufai was saying, after negotiating in other areas. So he kept on exposing them. Now, if you listen to what Nigeria, Borno State Governor said publicly on television, he said, we have informants and collaborators within the Nigerian armed forces, among the politicians and within the communities. Al Jazeera now is beginning to report the evil in Nigeria. He reported that the governor of Borno State on camera saying soldiers and politicians are collaborating with the terrorists. This is the same Al Jazeera that was denying that there was no genocide. The spirit of Biafra is slapping them one after the other. Now they are talking. Even BBC now is reporting the genocide. British national are now talking about the work of the Biafra Republic government in exile because they know that is the only government that is working to free Biafra people. They can't hide it anymore. And at the same time, they are reporting the atrocities going on in Nigeria. And if you listen to what happened in December, the same chief of defense staff, Musa, publicly state that politicians were among those financing terrorism, and that some of these individuals were shielded from public scrutiny. Hey, what I am telling you, go to PRN Nigeria and you'll find the news. Verified, evidence-based. Evidence-based. Nobody has been arrested. The same man that came out and said, pretended as if he doesn't know the financier. Musa talked, with both sides of his mouth. Today he will say this, tomorrow he will say this. And they brought him out on the disguise of a Christian. Somebody published list yesterday. Oh, this one is a Christian. Minister of this Christian. Just to confuse people. Those people are not Christians. They are terrorists. They are Fulanis. You see? Matawela, the man that is responsible for defense, has himself been repeatedly linked to terror groups. Remember, he was the former governor of Zamfara State, the deadliest banditry state in the country. And he denied all these allegations. But the same Senate committee chairman on national security and intelligence was also linked to banditry on video in October 2025. What happened? The chairman of that security committee, he was quietly reassigned to head livestock committee. Oh my goodness me. That livestock committee is Meeti Allah that has been sanctioned by the United States of America. Are you seeing the play card these people are using? And Biafrans are there sitting down. It doesn't concern me. They are busy strategizing. While you are there in the corner of your room drinking 10 cups of coffee in a day. It doesn't concern you, right? It is coming. It will visit our doors one by one, especially those of you that have refused to support your freedom. Because it is coming. It is only the Biafra Republic government in exile that is fighting for your freedom. This man was given a new position to be in charge of livestock committee. No investigation was carried out, nothing. And when asked why terrorism financier had not been prosecuted, did you hear what the Minister of Information said? He said, oh, investigation have to be conducted. You don't say because pronouncements have been made, hey, let me take you to court directly. This was reported by Al Jazeera. That was what the Minister of Information said. Because he knows that these people are the ones fighting and funding terrorism. He said, no, don't try them. But Onyendu, who never committed any offense, he was the one broadcasting, telling the whole Nigerians that these people are coming. He is there in Sokoto. And the lawyers, instead of them to support what the Biafran people are doing for Onyendu to be released, they are the ones fighting against us sitting at home. I don't know their stand. And recently, we saw helicopter ransom flying everywhere. Flying everywhere. Giving money to the bandits. You see? They were flying. We saw that on November 2021 when these girls were kidnapped in St. Mary's High School. 230 students and staff. The single largest school kidnapping in Nigeria in the entire history is even bigger than the one that happened in Chibok. Bigger than every other school abduction that came before it. And you know who carried it out? A franchise of Boko Haram, Sadiko, led by a commander called Abubakar Saidu, which is popularly known as Sadiko. A notorious bandit, a notorious Boko Haram member. Boko Haram has grown to the extent that they have franchise. Hey, oh my God, have mercy on me. Did you see what is happening? He developed new front outside the group, Northeast home region. And he's entirely operated, that is operated around that Alewa forest in Niger State. He has his own territory. He has become the boss. So, for him, this man was not a new threat to the Nigerian terrorist government because they know he had been building his operation inside Kanji National Park for years. And they know him. They know him very well. The National Park Service had even quit the park in 2021 because of the security threat by these same terrorists. And nobody replaced them. No one. No one secured the forest. So that is why this Sadiku had to expand its territory undisturbed until he was powerful enough to take 230 children in one morning. In one morning. So AFP confirmed this information. This same Sadiku is what AFP have confirmed. He's also suspected of leading a spectacular 2022 gun and bomb attack on a train. You remember that attack on the train along Abuja-Kaduna Railway, that one of our sisters was killed, that medical doctor, that beautiful lady. That was the same train that, what is his name? What do you call this? Obi of Onitsha wanted to board, and our prime minister, our first prime minister, told him, don't join that plane, that you'll be killed in that plane, that there will be terrorist attack. That was what saved that man that time. So this same Sadiku was the one that planned that attack. And they killed a lot of people, they kidnapped a lot of people. So he attacked, collected a lot of ransom. He was never caught. And now he came back in 2025 and took 230 children, the same man, unpunished though. No arrest, nothing. And negotiation was done by no other person than Ribadu, who is the National Security Advisor to Tinubu. He was the one that carried out this negotiation, telling the world, okay, let me go and negotiate. He was the one that still came out and said, your children are in safe hand. We say, what? Children in safe hand in the hand of the terrorists? The same man that El-Rufai accused of importing thallium poison, the same man that signed lobbying firm on his behalf. The DC lobbying firm was signed on behalf of Ribadu, not on behalf of Nigeria, not on behalf of Tinubu, but on behalf of Ribadu. And after 2 weeks, children started coming home. No, according to the government, they denied that no ransom was paid. They said, oh, soldiers pressured the kidnappers, who then fled and released the children. Story. That was the story that they were given. That was what the defense minister repeated in BBC Hausa in January 2026. Musa. That was the state of security service. That was what the state of security service said. And I'm quoting his word. Government agents don't pay ransom. That was what they all came out to say. And here is what AFP found from 4 separate intelligence sources who are familiar with this negotiation. Those people opened up, and the timing was right. That the money was flown on a helicopter to Boko Haram stronghold in northeastern Borno State. And they have this border with Cameroon, and delivered to a militant commander in the area. What was the reason of flying it? They said there was no communication cover in the remote area. So that commander had to cross into Cameroon to confirm delivery of the ransom before the first group of 100 children were released. We also when they were released. First batch. So he had to cross to Cameroon to confirm money has landed. Container now. Oh yeah, come and get your container. That is a transaction, business deal between the Nigerian terrorist government and the bandits and the terrorists. So when they come out and cry, looking for money, deceiving themselves, telling US, oh, we need money. No. They have collected money from OIC 57 states and the D8 to fund terrorism, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Nigeria is poor. All the money you see, it is all collective free donation because the target is Islamization. So they have come together to give them this money. Once they get this money, they are going to buy more weapons. So that is business as usual. It was not a military rescue. It never happened. So the logistics of the deal work like government flies in cash in Borno. Boko Haram commander walks into Cameroon to confirm money has arrived. And children were released. Kaskia, how much was paid? We've seen it in the news. 2 billion naira. Now check our accounts. Go to our website. Ask yourself, how much have you donated? How much? Since you came back from Finland in 2024, December 2nd, what have you done? Than to on your YouTube channel and sit down and blah, 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 back like a dog. What have you done? When the information minister played that video yesterday, I saw the crowd. I was wondering, where are these people today? You are sitting on the fence. You are waiting for an instruction from our leaders in the detention to tell you what to do, when they themselves are also struggling for their freedom. You are waiting to hear a lawyer that they brought, according to them. He came and told you, I am not a lawyer. I don't understand Finnish law. I will be learning from the Finnish lawyers. But what you can do is to pray. Brigi is not saying prayer is not good, but pray with strategies and money in the account. What are you coming to tell Biafrans? I thought they said as soon as you land, our first prime minister will be released today. And he came out very sincere and told all of us that you must pray. It is by God's grace. He will do what he can do as human, but it's in the hands of God. So that you prepare your mind when you see that our prime minister is not released today, tomorrow, you take it that this man had, warned you early enough. And immediately our brother heard this one. Our brother said, no, we will not fight in Bakassi with prayer and fasting. It doesn't match. It doesn't tell you with AK-47. Do what prayer can do. Integrate your weapons where weapons are needed. Not when you need weapons, you begin to kneel down and bind and cast. No. They will take your life. So, what are we talking here? 2 billion naira was paid to the bandits. Biafrans, where are your money? You are keeping it, waiting for the dying minute. Then you rush and bring your money and say, give me citizenship. I am a Biafran. It will not work like that. Boko Haram
Thank
commanders, it
you.
did not end though. Boko Haram commanders were also released. Where do you think that they have released them to? They are coming to Biafra land. So it was ransom paid, and at the same time, Boko Haram members were released. Conditions were given. And Aonyendu is there. I heard somebody's voice. My screen is blank. Hey, sorry,
Minister,
oh.
Yes, the PM is here, please.
Sorry, my screen. Hey, sorry, PM. I did not see you. My screen went
thank
blank.
you. Thank you very much. I'm here
Sorry, I did not see you. I'm so
enjoying
sorry.
your lecture. We need to lecture those that have ear to hear. Yes, and I believe your message is well delivered. We really appreciate you. Appreciate the entire media team, the COS here, and all the brigade cabinet members, rep and admin. Yes, our freedom is not given, our freedom is taken. And I see the topic. Nigeria is bleeding. It's time to hold the leaders accountable. Yes, the leaders of Nigeria need to be held accountable for their evil, their atrocity they are committing against the indigenous of that region. And what about we Biafrans? We Biafrans need to hold the saboteurs, the evil politicians planted by the same Nigerian terrorist state, the occupier of our land. We need to hold them accountable. We need to invite them. We need to do whatever we can to deal with them. 1969, a young Biafran army was asked about the ongoing war then. And this young Biafran army, he made it clear that we are fighting for our survival. We are not fighting to go and Christianize the North. We are not fighting to go and Christianize the Southwest. We are not fighting to go and take over the North or take over other people's region. We are fighting for Biafra Christian survivor. Because if we don't fight, they will kill us all. If we don't fight, we'll be Islamized by these Islamic jihadist terrorists. The question is that, are we still fighting? Yes. We are still fighting till today. When some thought the war is over, it's not over yet. And we Christians, Biafra, we must fight to be free. Because we are Christians. We are not Muslim. Please, if you hear anyone telling you that we have Muslim Biafrans, stone that person. That person is a saboteur, it's not a Biafran. Our father, forefather, generation before us, never practiced Islamic jihadists or never practiced Islam. They are never jihadists. We are Christians. Biafrans are Christian. Whoever tell you something today, tomorrow, next tomorrow, they change their position and start telling you something else. That is sabotage. People like that will be chased out of our land. We are Biafrans. We are Christians. And for Nigeria bleeding, Nigeria will keep bleeding until the indigenous people of Biafra, of Nigeria, decide their fate. And for we Biafrans, we have decided our fate that we are not part of Nigeria. We are Biafrans. We will remain Biafrans. We will breed as Biafrans. We will live as Biafrans. We will die as Biafrans. True Biafrans know themselves. We know what we want. We know who we are. We don't have the same ideology with the Islam as a religion. We don't have the same ideology with the Islamist jihadist terrorists. Their book taught them all about how they can Islamize you, how they can conquer you, how they can rule over you. Their book never teaches them how they can stimulate and live with you, or how they can coexist with you. Their book only have a one-way direction. How to conquer you. That's it. Either you allow them to conquer you and live in peace with them. Even when they conquer you, they still subject you to a second-class, third-class citizen. They still believe you are not even the original Islam. Just like what is happening in the Middle East. The Pakistan's Muslims are not even treated like real Muslims. They always believe that you have some group of Muslims that are inferior. Nothing you do to satisfy this group. That is why we love our Christianity. That is why we love the God we worship. That is why we love our way of life. The God we worship that live in heaven through the special grace of his Son, Jesus Christ, taught us how to love our neighbor, how to live in peace with our neighbor, how to coexist. Our God did not teach us in the holy book, the Bible, how to go and kill others and take over their land. Christian teaching did not encourage us to go and behead women, children, innocent baby. The Bible condemned it. The Bible did not teach us to go and start raping women because they did not convert to Christianity. The Bible did not teach us to go and chase people out of their land because they did not convert to Christianity. The Bible did not teach us to go and start conquering other nations because they did not convert. Rather, the Bible taught us to love them, to coexist, and to reason with them, to preach the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. For those of them that believe in our Lord Jesus Christ, for them, whoever it is, to willingly accept our Lord Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, sent by our God, to willingly, not forcefully. For that reason, because of the way the Islam religion have demonstrated for decades how they forcefully Islamize others, force others, conquer others to believe in what they believe. We reject it. Biafra land is not for extreme jihadist terrorists. Biafra land does not belong to Islam. We are Christians. That doesn't mean that a Muslim cannot come to Biafra land to do business genuinely. And we will not do business with that Muslim. But any Muslim that come to Biafra land to forcefully Islamize us, to forcefully trying to change our way of life, to forcefully trying to destroy our culture or impose Sharia law upon us, we will deal with that person. We will chase whoever it is from our land. If you want to live in Biafra land in peace, you must abide by our law. You must abide by our way of life, of who we are. You're not going to impose Sharia, impose blasphemy laws on us. A foreign God, a foreign law, things that we are not part of. That is exactly what the Nigerian terrorist state is trying to do. And we say no. If some of you have the opportunity to go truly on the report from Congressman Raleigh Moore. They also incited clearly there about Sharia law, and they recommend to the Nigerian terrorist state what they need to do. And they also made it clear that what is happening in Nigeria today is Christian genocide. They made it clear that the narrative that the Nigerian terrorist state is trying to push here in Washington, D.C. about that what is causing whatever. My meeting with a member of Congress in Washington, D.C. My meeting with a member of Congress in Washington, D.C. More than 1 or 2, 3 members of Congress have made it clear that the Nigerian terrorist state always sent all these bishop, reverend, whatever, to come and lie in Washington. Come and lie to them, deceive them, instead of telling them the truth that there is genocide going. All these paid reverend, paid bishop always come and they lie. They lie to U.S. government that what is happening in Nigeria is not genocide. It is just a communal clash between the farmers and the cattle headers and whatever. But the truth of the matter is that there is a genocide. And since Biafra Republic government in exile since 2024, we have been educating members of Congress. We have been telling them the truth, what exactly that is happening. We are delighted today to know that U.S. government are not buying these lies from Nigerian terrorist state anymore. Biafrans, it's time we support our freedom, because we are fighting for our survival. If we don't fight, the Nigerian terrorist state will kill us all. If you're a Biafran, you are not seeing the danger. You need to ask yourself a serious question. Either your mother is not telling the truth who your father, your real father is. Maybe you are fathered by one of these Fulanis. A real Biafra will fight for Biafra. A real Biafra will fight for his people. A real Biafra know what he wants. And for those that are still supporting Nigeria, talking about 2027, I don't know where these people from. Are they from this planet Earth? Why will you be supporting Nigeria? Why the whole world is against Nigeria? A country called Nigeria is already expired. It's a failed state. A country called Nigeria that cannot govern herself, that cannot provide security for her citizens, that cannot take care of her people. If Nigeria is a real country, do you think the leader of the free world, United States of America, would be telling Nigeria where to buy arms from, which country to do business with, which country not to do business with? That tells you there is a shift There is something going on. America is taking over. America is in control. America is going to teach Nigeria a lesson that they will not forget. Because Nigeria have failed the whole world. Nigeria have failed international community. Nigeria have failed the indigenous. Nigeria have failed her citizens. They can no longer govern. For United States of America to tell Nigeria who to deal with, where to buy arms, who will come and mine and who will not come to that country. Who is the boss now? It is a good news that after the fact finding from Congressman Riley Moore, the truth is established that there is a genocide going on against Christians in Nigeria. The truth is established that among the whole country, Nigeria is the worst place for a Christian to live. That is why we Biafran Christians, we don't want to be part of this shithole disgraced country called Nigeria. Because over 120, 30 years ago, we are not Nigerians. We are free people. We are free born. We always remain free. Will not be slave to the Islamic jihadist terrorists with their Sharia ideology, with their blaspheming laws, laws that are not part of us. If you're a Biafran, you're not supporting Biafran freedom, please, you can relocate from Biafra land. Go to the north. Go and worship their God there. Go and practice their Sharia in the north. We don't have no problem with Nigeria practicing their Sharia in Nigeria north, not in Biafran territory. But as far as we Biafrans of this generation, we will do everything humanly possible to fight and free ourselves from being slave to this blood-sucking group, this blood-sucking terrorist in the name of Islam religion to Islamize us. What is happening in Iran today? People of Iran are fighting to chase out the same monsters we are fighting against. They are fighting for them to get their country back from the hand of this Islamic jihadist terrorist. All over Europe, every day, every country in Europe are now implementing law that will safeguard them from these Islamic jihadist terrorists that are everywhere, every country, every neighborhood, trying to Islamize everyone, trying to conquer everyone to Islam. We Biafrans, we are against Islam. Islam is not welcome. They are like cancer. If you welcome them, they will want to take over you. They will want to take over your land. They will gradually swallow you. They don't know how to coexist. They don't know how to stimulate with others. They are not welcome. Biafrans are Christians. We don't have Biafra Muslim. Whoever tells you about Biafra Muslim, tell that person to pack his load, his property, and go and practice his Sharia somewhere else, not in Biafra land. And all these illegitimate governors parading themselves in Biafra land, will hold them accountable because they are working against the interests of Biafran people. Because they are supporting the Nigerian terrorist state for them to succeed in their conquest. From Peter Mbar to Oti to Soludo, very soon the Biafran people will teach them a lesson. And maybe when it happens to one or two, the rest will learn. They will have no choice to run away from our land or to leave our land and leave us alone. We'll choose how we'll be governed as a people. Since we have refused to be Islamized or refused to be slave to this Islamic jihadist terrorists, that means we Biafrans have decided what we want to be. If we want to remain as Biafrans and worship our God, or we want to worship the foreign gods that we are not familiar with. We don't want to worship that their God that love raping women. We don't want to worship that their God that love the killing of the non-so-called Muslim. We don't want to worship that their God that don't believe that if you're not an Islam or if you don't practice Islam, you should be wiped out of the surface of the earth. Thank you very much. I just want to greet everyone here. I said, let me use this opportunity to appreciate each and every one of you and to also send you a message of hope that in first time in modern history that United States of America is taking the position that they are taking now against this terrorist country called Nigeria. And by what you are doing, you made it possible. Without you, without the awareness we are creating, without we fighting back, United States of America, they will not be doing what they are doing today. Without what you are doing, they would have not gotten the message that we are sending to them through social media, through the pioneers of this great cause to Washington. Everything is made possible because of you. Keep fighting for your freedom. Don't worry, everything will be all right. And don't let the saboteurs, the paid agent by the Nigerian terrorist state, to weigh you down or discourage you. Our freedom is very, very near, more than some of us are thinking. We saw a tweet from former Trump advisor, Dr. Walid, this morning. Some of you have gone through that tweet, He also highlights and appreciates the United States of America Congress for knowing the truth now and for them stepping in, knowing the truth, nothing but the truth. The truth of the matter is that Congress of United States of America have now known that jihadists, militants such as Boko Haram and Al-Qaeda link group in the north and the Sahel are a threat. And also the Fulani herdsmen, these are all threats. And this threat is not just in the northern part of Nigeria. This threat is extended also to Biafra region. They are a threat to the entire Biafra land and Nigeria. Do you think if we Biafrans are doing what we're supposed to do, United States Congress will not vote to support Biafra Christian? Are you not happy to hear that United States of America Congress now realize the problem of Nigeria? That is, it is the Islamic jihadist terrorists, Boko Haram, Fulani herdsmen, and others. Do you think that America don't know what is going on? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I, Mazio Gechukwu, Biafra Republic government in exile Prime Minister. What I'm thinking, I hope you are thinking the same. Americans are waiting on us. They want us to give them a green light, a signal of readiness. Just the same way the Iranian people give America green light, signal that they are ready to chase the Islamic Republic regime out of their country. It's time we revolt, chase out the Nigerian terrorist state. If we lay our hand on any of these terrorists, we will bring that terrorist down. If we lay our hand on any of these illegitimate terrorist governors, we will bring that person down. Because we must take them down for us to be free. If we don't, they will kill us all. Thank you very much. I want each and every one of you to be proud of yourself. What we are saying today, 2, 3, 4 years ago, if somebody would have told you that today, this day, Congress will be supporting what we are doing to deal with the Nigerian terrorist state. So we ask question, how, when, how is it going to happen? But it's happening before our very own eyes. For those that are still doubting, let them keep doubting. And for the saboteurs, the evil ones, until they start to go down one after another. It will happen. After the genocidal civil war, we haven't been so determined to take them down like today. And it will happen. Very soon, it will happen. Thank you very much. Thank you for giving me the opportunity as well. I really appreciate what each and every one of the ministers here are doing. And for Biafrans in the homeland, by also showing their readiness. Yesterday, they demonstrated that the whole entire Biafra land is lock and key. Biafra Freedom Day every Monday. And very soon, we hit the Strait of Biafra. We chase anything that represents the Nigerian terrorist state out of our land. We don't need Islam. We don't need Islam regime. We don't need these terrorists. They must go because Biafra is fighting for her survival. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, our Prime Minister, His Excellency Ogechukwu Nkere. Thank you so much for speaking to Biafrans this night from my location. Yes, thank you. We really appreciate you. May God continue to bless you. So for our listeners and the Biafran people that just tune in, we've just been addressed by our Prime Minister, His Excellency Ogechukwu Nkere. If you've been wondering, who is this articulated man that is speaking in this space to the Biafran people? This is for those that don't know him. He is the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, a leader who chose to come into this space, not a government hall, not a press conference designed for cameras and coming out to lie to the people so that he will get fake accolades. No, but here he is among his people, among Biafrans at home, even Biafrans in diaspora, even for those that don't even believe in his leadership. He is here among ordinary men and women who have been fighting for their dignity with nothing but truth and faith. So, sir, His Excellency, on behalf of every Biafran listening tonight, every mother, who has lost a child, every young person, man or woman, born into a freedom that was stolen from before they could even walk. Like one boy we were listening to, a 10-year-old child during the Biafran War that knew exactly why he was fighting for the freedom of Biafrans. He said he knows that Biafra will win and that he knows that Biafrans are fighting for survival. So if you are one of those, you are very, very fortunate to be under the Biafra Republic government in exile, under the leadership of His Excellency Ogechukwu Nkere. So we thank you so much from the bottom of our heart, because all the Biafrans in diaspora, they have listened to you. You came here tonight and you gave us something that no press statement will ever give to us, even no tweet, no ceremony can give us. You gave us witness. And you sat here with us in this space and you call it what it is. That is why we love you so much, and we love you for that. You say it the way it is. You have also made reference to Raleigh Moore report. Yeah, because that report submitted to the White House of the United States of America yesterday was a report that followed months of congressional investigations, and you are a part of it. A bipartisan fact-finding trip to our land, the congressional briefing that we had in Washington, D.C., and all the congressional hearing compiled together, was in that report. Evidence-based report was drafted out by Raleigh Moore, and you are part of it. In fact, you are the brain behind with our lobbyists. We thank you so much. A report that was handed directly to President Trump. Yes, that report has demanded sanction, and you are part of it. Remember in the transnational report, yes, I cannot remember the full name, but I can remember that was one of the things that you demanded, that they should be sanctioned on all the terrorist government and all the terrorist leaders in Nigeria. Congressional testimony, yes, that was the report. I've remembered the name fully. So thank you so much, because that report confirmed what we have already know, and we know that that is what is happening to our people. It is not politics. It is not insecurity. It is persecution that is happening to the Biafran people. And we know very well that it is a systematic one, and it must end, because our people have lost their lives. So you stood on the right side of that report. and we will never forget it. We thank you so much because, you know, when the leaders of our own blood, those illegitimate governors, those senators, those corrupt ones, all of them are corrupt from head to toe. And all those ministers, when they close, you know, the Abuja appointment, they choose the Abuja appointment over us, their people. What can we do? When politicians who speak our language are busy in Abuja dining with the terrorists, inviting the terrorists to come to our land to kill our brothers and sisters, you refuse to be silent. You did not go silent, your excellency. You did not. When the world needed someone to stand in the gap between the powerful and the powerless, you were there. As I used to say, you took up leadership in crisis, and you've been doing exceptionally great and well for the Biafran people, because our journey is not just a memory of 1967. No. Biafra is not just a flag or a song or a name. Biafra is a living thing. Biafra is a living thing that is breathing and will continue to breathe. Biafra is the hope of all the people, including those in that contraption called Nigeria. And tonight, my people, we have seen our Prime Minister looked us in the eyes, even though we can't see him physically, but from his words to us, from his ministration to us, through this space. Sir, we see you and we love you so much. You are standing with us and we are standing with you, because your freedom is legitimate, my people. You have to come together and support the Biafra Republic government in exile. So we have heard you, Your Excellency. We've heard every word that you've spoken to the Biafran people, and we will carry out those words forward to you. To those that are not even in this space, we will continue the evangelism. Thank you so much. God bless you. So I don't know if anybody have anything to add up and appreciate our Prime Minister, but I have to pass the mic to our original COAs in the house. Thank you, sir. You have the mic.
Thank you, Minister Tutos. Thank you very much. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Minister COAs, are you there? Maybe it's not close to his mic. Nsi, are you there? Please, if you want to respond to what our Prime Minister said, kindly request for the mic and we'll give you. Okay, COS is here. Welcome, sir. You have the mic.
Yes, greetings to once again. My PM, greetings from here. Thank you so much for coming to speak to Biafrans. It's always very good to hear from you, especially in times when a lot of people seem not to be understanding the importance of everything that we're doing. You know, hearing from you, the man who is in the forefront doing it all and delivering the message of the Biafran people makes a difference. So we appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much. It's always an honor to hear from you, especially when Biafrans are listening. It's always good to be a part of it. Dalo, Dalo, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, the COS. Thank you, and thank you for the good work that you are doing. You know, we have to keep talking to our people, so they need to be well informed about freedom. Freedom is not given, it's taken. While I was driving home yesterday, I just have a lot of stuff in my, keep ringing in my head. I'm like, one day, while I'm in Washington, D.C., I'm going to make a good detailed video so that our people can see society, a system that is working, has structure, everything is the building, the roads, how organized. Sometimes you start asking yourself, is Biafra land part of this people community? Is it the same God that created the Americans, that also created the Biafrans? Why is it that we can look like heaven, and our land looked like not even a third world. You know, there's nothing you can compare. In Biafra land today, we don't have the infrastructure. We don't have not that nonsense mirage, Uti. That dwarf is deceiving people in Aba. All that road, whatever he's doing is mirage. It won't even last for 2-3 years. It's not well structured with fake materials. You can't just compare. And these people I'm talking about, they travel abroad and see how organized everywhere is. In Biafra land today, we don't have water running system that you will be in your own house and you have tap water in your kitchen, in your toilet. In Biafra land, for you to enjoy running water, you have to have your own water board. You have to have your own water system, your own, not provided by the government. In Biafra land today, we don't have 24/7 electricity. Basic things that a government is supposed to provide for his people. In Biafra land today, we don't have good education system. Sometimes when teachers go on strike for 2-3 months, and sometimes some of these teachers are not even being paid for months. No good hospitals. Nothing is working just because we are part of Nigeria. And for us to have a workable system, we have to exit Nigeria. If we don't exit Nigeria, nothing will still work. We are together with Nigeria expired 2014. And before in Latin Finland, December 2nd. Total of almost 110 years. Nothing work for 110 years, my people. For 110 years, you don't have electricity in Biafra land 24/7. For 110 years, being together in that disgrace shithole country, hell country called Nigeria. You don't have sewage system. For 110 years, Biafra land stink because there is no good sewage system. Gutter everywhere. Men and women pee on the street everywhere. Mosquito everywhere. Nothing is working. This is just ringing in my head. Yesterday even like one day in Washington, a wiki video show different people how a workable society look. I saw another video one time on social media. Somebody showing Morocco. Morocco. The Morocco even look like the West. You as a Biafra, yeah, when you show the world. Where is it in Telugu? You show the world. Tell them, look at you, Biafra is. But wait, you ask yourself, are we part of this world or are we rejected? As Nigeria is sinking down like Titanic, we are not going to sink with Nigeria. Any country that loves Nigeria very, very much, whether it is Britain, let them pack their load, relocate, and go and live in Nigeria. And I believe this is what they call America. I don't believe they love Nigeria very much because they know Nigeria is not a country. But whoever from America that believe in one Nigeria and love Nigeria very much, that person relocate from America, go and live in one of those places where this mosquito will bite them hell out of them. And so they can enjoy the light system where you can barely have a full light for 7 hours. So they can go and enjoy how polluted the air is. A system that have no emission system where you can make sure that every companies there will go through an inspection so that they don't pollute the air. Biafra land can only be better when we totally regain our freedom and exit from that shithole country. We can now make Biafra beautiful, if not the best, among the best. Like one of our brother that was showing Morocco. Yes, so somebody can also show Biafra land how beautiful it is and showcase it to the world. That will bring investment, business. People want to come to Nigeria, Biafra land to invest, to do business. Because when your country infrastructure is touched, not when your country security is one of the best, the whole world will want to come and do business and trade with you. But when your country is full of insecurity, stink, kidnapping, terrorism, no country want to do business with you. No country want to do business with a country that is full of bribing and corruption like Nigeria. When I use the word shithole, some said I shouldn't use call Nigeria a shithole country. Yes, that's what it is. That is what it is. Nigeria is a disgraced shithole country. Because Nigeria as a country don't deserve respect. Because Nigeria have killed millions of people, including Biafrans. Nigeria massacred, starved Biafrans to death in millions. Nigeria killed her own, just like what happened in Lekki Togate. The so-called Nigerians that are also raising flag of Nigerians, Nigeria also ordered Nigerian military, to shoot the protesters of the same Nigeria. Are you telling me not to call the country like that is shithole hell? That is who they are. That is what Nigeria represents. If you don't want to be part of a shithole country, exit from a shithole country. Don't identify yourself as a Nigeria. Nigeria is a disgrace, a scam, fraudulent. Peter Obi, this evil man knew that Nigeria is scam. He knew that Nigeria is fraudulent. Built on the faulty foundation. Peter Obi said, Nigeria breed criminals. That means Nigeria breed Peter Obi as a criminal. For those that don't know who Peter Obi is a former governor in the same country called Nigeria, and also a presidential candidate. The presidential candidate Peter Obi is telling the whole world that Nigeria breed criminals. Nigeria breed Peter Obi to be a criminal Nigeria breed Tinubu. Nigeria breed Shetima. Nigeria breed Soludo. When Soludo used to identify himself as Biafran, he said a lot of things good about Biafra. About Biafra is more than ideology. That Biafra is a people that you must listen to. That Biafra must be free. Then, when Soludo started to identify himself in Nigerian politics, Nigeria breed Soludo to not be a terrorist, to not be a criminal. A country that is built on a faulty foundation. A country that is built not for the people, not to benefit the people. Do you think it will work? A former president, Goodluck Jonathan, of the same shithole disgraced country called Nigeria. For those that don't know who Goodluck Jonathan is, Goodluck Jonathan used to be a vice president at the time. Then later a president of the same disgraced country called Nigeria, terrorist Nigeria. Goodluck Jonathan quotes from Tafawa Balewa and other former leaders of Nigeria. He quotes that the former leaders of Nigeria did not believe in Nigeria. That the former leaders of Nigeria said Nigeria is not a country. That Nigeria is just created by the British government for the British government benefit for the British government, not for the people of Nigeria. And the British government is trying to make it work. But the people of Nigeria are different by their way of life, by who they are as a people. That is why in the northern part of Nigeria, you have 12 states that have adopted the Sharia law. Then you come to this east, which is Biafra. We are Christians. We have our own way of life. We have our own values. We are not the same. They not speak different language from the Biafran people. They not eat different food from the Biafran people. They not have different way of life from the Biafran people in the east. They not have different God that they worship. The Biafran people have their own God, Jehovah Chukwokike Abiama, and who his son is Jesus Christ. The North hate the West. Why the Biafran Christians love the West? The North love jihadism to conquer through their religion. Why the Biafran Christians love live and let live, love their neighbor. Why the Biafran people don't want to conquer anyone or Christianize anyone. We are different people. If you don't realize it and exit from that shithole disgraced country, you will regret it. I keep saying it. If I, Mazio Gechukwu, have what it takes to bring down Nigeria, I will do it to save life. Because when you do that, that name, that entity called Nigeria, once you bring that down, you will save the minority of the North. You will save the minority of the Middle Belt. You will save the minority of the Southeast. You will save the minority of the Southwest. You will save the entire region. Let the people decide if they want to be united and be one country or one nation. But as it stands, according to the former leaders of that country, and of which the former President Goodluck Jonathan recognized that the people are different. The people are not trying to even make it work. Why will United States of America try to make it work? I don't think they are trying to make it work because they know it will not work. Why will the Russians try to make it work? Why the people don't want to make it work? It will not work. Why will the Chinese trying to make Nigeria unity? Nigeria can never unite. Why will the British government try to make Nigeria unite? It can never unite. Why will a former president called Barack Obama, Hussein Obama, trying to say unity of Nigeria is not negotiable? Former president of America, Barack Obama, should move his load property and go and live in Sokoto or Zamfara and be a citizen of Nigeria. So he can enjoy the insecurity. He can enjoy the terrorism. He can be part of them. I enjoy the good infrastructure, the 1 hour electricity in 24 hours. Biafra, listen, fight for your freedom. If you don't fight free yourself, no one will do it for you. Pia Onya Bula, all these evil people that are coming to destroy your land, take your land. If you lay your hand on them, deal with them. You are fighting a just cause. You are self-defense. You are fighting for your survival. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, PM, His Excellency, for your speech once again. Toti, are you there? Toti?
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
you
here.
have the mic.
Yeah, am I coming out?
Yes, you are.
All right, then. Thank you very much because I'm having some kind of network issue. And, I stand on the existing protocol and I want to appreciate our Prime Minister and the person of His Excellency Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere for his wonderful work in Washington, D.C. and also regarding the freedom of over 80 million Biafrans all over the world. And I want to say, Mechuku Eka Biama, bless you so much for your spirit of doggedness and also the spirit of love from the Biafran people. And, I also want to appreciate our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also our first Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. And then I also want to appreciate and congratulate every Biafran that have, stood strong all this while in support of their freedom and also in support of the Biafran Republic government in exile. And then the reason why I'm congratulating every one of us all over the world and those of us that are here in this space and those that will listen to this space earlier on is because the Biafran Republic government in exile have fought a good fight. And it has been established that there's truly Christian genocide in Nigeria. And also the United States of America National Terrorism Center has also validated and it has reiterated that the motive behind radical Islamist terrorists slaughtering Christians at scale in Nigeria is to establish an Islamic caliphate, not a land dispute or communal clashes. I believe that every one of us is really following up what is really happening in the international community, and also regarding the diplomatic war, as our enemy, the Nigerian terrorist state, put it. When they contracted some lobbyists in Washington D.C. for $9 million, and after the fact finding by the congressional delegates committee that was put together, of which the leader is Riley Moore, of which every one of us is very much familiar with Rep. Riley Moore, that he led some delegations, some congressional delegation and delegates to Nigeria for a fact-finding, and they have submitted their report to the United States of America, and those reports will be going to the office of the President of the United States of America. And despite the Nigerian terrorist state trying to counter the narrative with their own false narrative, try to paint it that it is land dispute and communal clashes, just like the way they have been sugarcoating the slaughtering of Christians in Nigeria for decades, and the Biafran Republic government in exile have been able to destroy that sugarcoating that have been sugarcoating for a very long time now. And this now brings me and every one of you to a very brighter limelight, because for me, the way I'm seeing everything, and from my own opinion, the Biafran cause has been established. With this report that is coming out from the United States of America, it has established that yes, that the case of the Biafran people has officially established in the United States of America, and this is what every one of us needs to take very serious at this point in time, because the Biafran Republic government in exile have been able to lobby to break that sugarcoating of the Nigerian terrorist government, always pushing the narrative of land disputes and communal clashes, and the popular and the normally used herders farmers clash has been destroyed. And the case of Biafra has officially been established in Washington, D.C. Let me just remind everyone of us the reason why I'm going this route. When the issue, when the Biafran Republic government in exile contracted, the lobbyist in Washington, D.C., which is the person of Mazi Elias, and when they started this issue of Christian genocide by exposing the Nigerian terrorist government to the international community, so many of us were like, why not Biafra? Why not Biafra? And that time we were all addressed and advised that we are building a case for Biafra, and the Biafra Republic government in exile have been able to build that case for Biafra. And I strongly believe that the case of Biafra is now officially on the table of the United States of America. That's my own opinion. And every one of us needs to be proud and take this this period that we are now very seriously. And now is the time for us to start doing more. Now is the time for every one of us to come together in unification of one purpose and one goal, which is Biafra. There is no need beating around the bush. The Biafran Republic government in exile have been able to establish our case in the United States of America. What are you still doing out there? So many of you did not believe that a day like this will come, when the Nigerian terrorist state will be exposed to the world. But the Biafran Republic government in exile has made it possible today. And sometimes our Prime Minister Mazi Ogechukwu will always tell you that Biafra is here, Biafra is here. Some of you don't understand the reason why he always make those statements in all his conviction, because he's the one going there. And from my own analyst, from the way I've analyzed it, I've come to realize that Biafra is here as well. Biafra is here. Don't let anybody deceive you. Now is the time for you to support your Prime Minister. Now is the time for every one of you to support the Biafra Republic government in exile, so we can go in unification to grab our freedom from the international community, most especially in the United States of America. Now is the time for every one of us to get organized. We need to organize ourselves officially at this point in time. Yes. Whatever you are doing as a Biafra, in any office that you have found yourself, that you are serving the Biafran people in your own capacity under the Biafran laws, which is the Biafran Charter and also the Biafran bylaws. Now is the time for you to address yourself officially. Because if you fail to follow what the Biafran Republic government in exile is doing at this point in time in Washington, D.C., you will fall out. Because the only covering that you have, the only legitimacy that you have in doing that which you are doing for the Biafran people in your own capacity is because of the Biafran Republic government in exile. Without the Biafran Republic government in exile, there is no legitimacy in whatever you are doing there. That is why I'm also calling on every one of you that are still following all these organizations, these splinter groups all over the places. You can never see them in Washington, D.C. You can never see them there because they are not legitimate. And whatever they are doing out there is not being recognized by the United States of America. So now is the time for every one of us, to sit up so we can approach the American government officially as a people that really needs their freedom, that really wants to contribute to the sake of humanity, that are also ready to protect and safeguard the sanity and sanctity of humanity at the end of the day. Because what we are asking for is a country. What we are asking for is a statehood. What we are asking for is a nation that will also protect the interests of the international community, not only our own interests. I want every one of us to understand something, understand the political game that the Biafran Republic government in exile is shooting out there in Washington, D.C. And if we don't get ourselves organized, I don't think anybody would like to put their interests in our hands. That's just the simple fact. So that is why we need to get ourselves organized, because Biafra is here. Biafra has been officially established. We are going into negotiation at this point in time. The American government should not bother themselves. We can protect the Middle Belt. We can protect the Benue people. We can protect them. If they are even willing, to annex their states to the Biafran people, they are welcome. We will protect the Christians. Because it has been established that the Fulani oligarchies are only committing the slaughtering of Christians because they want to establish an Islamic caliphate. It has been established. And now is the time for everybody to go their separate ways, because Nigeria can never work. Just like our prime minister, I've said it. It will never work. Nigeria was not put together to work for the interest of the indigenous people. Nigeria is not even put together to serve humanity. It was put together to serve greed of some selfish individuals. That was why Nigeria was put together. But the Biafran people is trying to help to fight against terrorism in West Africa, in Africa at large, and also all over the world. That is why Biafra are clamoring where they can be able to protect the lives of the people, where they can be able to protect the life of humanity, to safeguard humanity. We are not doing it because we want to, or maybe we want to take over other people's land, or maybe we are more better or superior, but we are doing it because we know, because we believe, and it is our right that we deserve the best as well. We deserve all the good things of life. And that is why, dear friends, every one of us need to come out, join the moving trade, and support your Prime Minister, His Excellency, Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere, that has made it possible for a day like this. A day that the world have come to accept and acknowledge that, yes, there's Christian genocide in Nigeria, and also recognize and acknowledge the motive behind the Christian genocide. And before I hit my mic, I want to say thank you very much, my Prime Minister, and also congratulations to the Biafran people. And make sure you continue to support and fund your freedom through the official website of the Biafran Republic Government in Exile, which spells out Biafra in full, the Republic in full, government in full.org, which is .org. Biafra Republic Government.org. Go there, put your support over there, and the Biafra Republic Government in Exile will continue to do what they know how to do best. And at the end of the day, we all are going to smile back home to our beloved country, which we are fighting for, which is Biafra. So thank you very much, and Tutos, the host, for giving me the mic. And thank you, Mr. Snow, the COS to the Prime Minister, and also my co-host, Issy McTony Silva. Also Minister Betty Ford. Thank you very much, Ben Wapo, and and every one of us that are here on the space. Say thank you, and God bless every one of us. Thank you to us.
Thank you so much, Minister Totti. Thank you for your submission. God bless you. We really appreciate that voice. Yeah, always energetic and informative. Thank you so much. Biafran people really appreciate you. Yeah, Biafrans, let's see if I can just finish it in the next 15 minutes, and then we will call it a day. Hey, it is a midweek space. It is not Friday, according to Rage and Fury. Oh, when you will say, I wonder why Tutor is still online. Oh, because it is a Friday. Where is Rage and Fury? Hey, he has left. So, my people, still on the topic that Nigeria is bleeding. Yeah, I wanted us to connect this as well and look at what has been happening since the beginning of 2025, the strategy of ISWAP. Yeah, this group has been running a coordinated military campaign, and they gave it a name. They call it Holocaust of the Camps. holocaust of the camps. And this is not just a random terrorism, it is a structured military offensive with a very clear objective for the terrorists. So, and they are using it systematically to destroy every Nigerian military base in the northeast. Base by base, they are not missing and they will never miss. They are going to destroy it camp by camp. So they announce it, they name it, and they have been executing it with frightening discipline. They are so focused because they are determined to succeed. And before I continue, I just want us to listen to this boy's voice. I love this boy so much. I know he should be an adult by now. I don't know if he's still alive. Let's hear him again. This determination. I don't know if I can still find. Let me see.
But effective.
You're going to stab us right by the shoulder here. I don't want to defend it.
And here I met a young trooper, a very young trooper in the Biafran army. How old are you?
I'm 10 years.
10 years old. You know why Biafra is fighting?
Biafra is fighting for survival.
Is it going to win?
Yes, sir.
So Biafra is fighting for survival. Is it going to win? He said, yes, I'm very, very sure. So that same determination is what the terrorists are also having. They are determined to succeed and they are doing it. You see, they are doing it every day. They are achieving it. And we've seen what happened since January 2025. ISWAP overran a military base in Factory, which is near Niger border, and they seized all their weapons. They killed the commanding officers. They have done a lot. And then when you now extend it to March, the same attack also happened in southern Borno State, where they had to hit a Catafilia and among other camp. And what I'm telling you, you can verify it from the Human Rights Watch. We are not carrying babepsi. We are giving you verified information. And in the month of May, they did the same thing. They raided a series of army bases and they forced military to withdraw, and they displaced a lot of civilians. We've talked about this few days ago. You can also verify still under Human Rights Watch. You'll find them there. And then May, 2nd of May to be precise, they attack a Bonigari military camp near Yadi. Again, they destroyed the base, they captured weapons, and then the base is home to the armies of 27 Task Force Brigadier, which is a very key pillar of operation in that area. And then May 11, they did the same thing, which they overran 50 Task Force Battalion in New Matter, seizing their weapons. You know, they took vast amounts of ammunition, they took dozens of vehicles from them, and then they destroyed multiple military assets. You can find this information in Nigerian Eye. So between May 12 to May 13, they launched coordinated attack against towns of Mata and Eastern Borno. At the same time, a lot of attack has been happening there. We all know all these things. And you know, this one now, they seize a district, not a village, not even a checkpoint, a district, and they held it very, very tight. That was the one that they seized. And that district is where they have that route that lead to Chad region, and that is where ISWAP have their headquarters. And in June, they continued. Dozens of vehicles were also seized and destroyed. And the Nigerian military has shown little to, no capability to tackling these terrorists. They just hand everything over to them and they disappeared. Always playing defensive attack. Nothing. They don't even, let me not even call it defensive attack. They just withdraw because they are scared. They don't carry the same weapons that these terrorists are carrying. You can find this information in Willy Online Library to verify that we don't give you fake information. So when ISWAP storms a base like they did day before yesterday, I think that was yesterday or day before yesterday in Adamawa, and kill soldiers and burn vehicles, you should know that this is not new, and these people are funded to do what they are doing. This is what they have been doing every single month, starting from 2025. At least they started intensifying it 2025. So the Adamawa attack is just the latest chapter in what they have been doing. And it will never stop because the government is funding the terrorists in billions of naira. While our people, our Biafra people, are busy castigating and fighting each other for leadership position, for academic title. So it is now time for us to push all those things aside and they come together with our funding. We have heard from our Prime Minister. He has given us the rundown of what is happening. That it is time for us to come together. The terrorists are regrouping. Now, if you go to the news, you will see that the terrorist elites have come out and they have told United States of America they will never back down in their Sharia. They will continue to implement Sharia and they will continue to work with their Hizbah police. They will never back down. You see? So, if they say they will never back down, what does that mean? We have to grab this opportunity. We shouldn't let it pass us by because this is the time that we need to come together and say, okay, they have refused to back down. Now you have to do exactly what you are supposed to do. And the only lasting solution is to disintegrate Nigeria. There is no other thing that can happen in the terrorist country except disintegration. So it is very, very alarming, my people. These attacks are self-sustaining because ISWAP has accumulated a large stockpile of looted weapons. And they are going to use it for future raid. Most of them now will be in Biafra land. So they are using the Nigerian army's own weapons against the Nigerian army that is just removed, remaining a fraction because they don't have army. Nigeria don't have army personnel anymore. What they have in their armies are the terrorists. So when they go to this attack, they know who their fellow terrorists are. They have a code. They communicate. So they will not kill them. They will only kill those that we have decided to sacrifice as a sacrificial lamb. So ISWAP is now the Islamic State most, affiliated globally. Let me just put it like that. Because if you look at between July 2024 and 2025, it led all Islamic State provinces worldwide with 445 attacks has been reported by these people, ISWAP. They've taken responsibility of that. And you know, what I'm telling you, this responsibility I'm telling you did not happen in Syria or did it happen in Iraq? No, not even in Somalia, but it happened in Nigeria because Nigeria is the Islamic state that is most active battlefield on earth. So they have come to Nigeria, they have a safe home in Nigeria, and that is the seat or the seat of the Sultan of Sokoto. So when the United States of America bombed Sokoto in December 2025, a lot of people ask, why Sokoto? Why Sokoto? Because that is the scum of the terrorists. Until today, Sultan of Sokoto cannot utter a word because a lot was destroyed. A lot. He cannot say a word today. And we also hear that these people are using drones. They are not using surveillance drones, they are using armed drones. Where do they get money from to buy all these weapons? We have just listed them out when we started the meeting. So they are very, very serious and they are very, very focused. As our brother said, yes, Biafra will win. The terrorists are also saying, yes, they will win. And they are intensifying. They have a lot of sponsors. We don't have. But if we come together, we can contribute. We can support our freedom to also buy these drones and support our defense back home. They have 35 drones and they brought it through Lake Chad across borders that Nigeria cannot control. They bring all these weapons from there. Nobody is checking. And they are very free. And we saw January 2025 as well, went through Fort ISWAP. The military sources describe it as a rare and worrying attack by a terrorist-operated armed drone. This one, CNN reported it for the very first time. So ISWAP is now conducting more night attacks than day attacks. You see? And it suggests night vision equipment and rely more on motorbikes for better mobility. What we are asking from Biafrans, support it with your Ije and your Ijemba. That's all we need. They've also developed a significant armed drone capability. Al Jazeera reported this one. So all of them are coming out now to report what the terrorists are doing, all their activities, those that are funding them and all that. And what is Nigerian government response to these armed drones? The military launched its first developed weapon in April 2025, and they call it Damisa. But did they attack any terrorists? The answer is no, they did not. Instead, they brought it to Biafra land to kill our people. So we have to come together. There are people who will say, oh, but it is Ramadan, because if you look at the number of people that they have killed this time, it is so much in their holy month, according to them. Why is it that the attack have not slowed down? There is a spiritual dimension, and you hear other people. If you go to the Twitter, you see it. But the US troops, they are there. Things must be improving. It doesn't work like that, my people. It doesn't. Yes, we know it is Ramadan as we speak. It is also Lent period for Christians, and the attack have not paused, not even for a day, not even for an hour, even for a second, because ISWAP does not observe Ramadan ceasefire. These are terrorist group. So if they have not halted, why are Biafrans sitting on the fence with their donations? Why did they sit on the fence and halt our freedom? Lakurua does not observe Ramadan ceasefire. The bandit is on fire. They don't observe Ramadan ceasefire. The men who kill farmers in Benue and Plateau, they don't observe any ceasefire at all, whether it is Ramadan or not Ramadan. So during Ramadan last year, didn't we see killing? They still killed. During Christmas time, didn't they? They killed. They don't have any ceasefire. They attack communities at will and with impunity, and nobody has been arrested. The attack has led to thousands of deaths. So now that the US troop is there, we have to be very, very fair. About 200 US troops are being deployed to Nigeria to provide technical and training support. They are trainers and advisors. They are not frontline fighters. So those of you sitting down and say, oh, US will come and fight this battle for us, you got it all wrong. That's not what they're doing, and that is not why they're there in Nigeria. They're not going to Sambisa Forest. They're not chasing ice across the Lake Chad. No. And even as they arrived, ISWAP has launched killings also. They have killed like 12 Nigerian soldiers. And they've wounded so many. So both ISWAP and rival group Boko Haram have intensified the attack on military positions across the region. There is no ceasefire in them. Why would you apply your own ceasefire by withholding your funds? You saw that when US troops landed and within weeks, 8 more were killed from another camp, 8 more soldiers. And you are not asking yourself question. The Nigerian military super camp strategy is what is allowing these people to kill. I told you last time how they now withdrew and gathered together to form what they call super camp strategy. Immediately they pulled out of this region. Then that region they pulled out became an open space for the terrorists to take over. Now, so because they have pulled to what they call super camp strategy, the terrorists are now saying, oh, we can see you clearly. Then we are coming there to kill you. And it is a strategy they have done to expand the camp of the terrorists. And the Nigerian government, they are fully aware of what is happening. So, Biafrans, we have to come together. I don't want to take too much time. It's already late here. So that, I have to take some rest. It's a midweek space. I don't need to stay for a longer time. And we will meet again. So I don't know if anybody have anything to say. My co-host, I don't know if people are still there. I don't know. My co-host is like they have gone. Oh, can anybody still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, Titus. I can hear you.
We can hear
Okay.
you,
Yeah.
Titus. We can hear you.
Okay. So I cannot continue with today's package, but it's fine. We have passed the message to the Biafra people. So Nigeria is bleeding as well as Biafra land. So what will stop the bleeding is our funding. As I said, we've started collecting space donation. We have to announce it this Saturday. So please, before Saturday, try and support us with whatever you have. 1 AJ, 2 AJ. Yes, sir. Yes, please. Yes. You have the mic, sir. Can you hear me? Hello?
Who are you calling up to us?
Yeah, it's COS.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Oh my God, I cannot hear him. COS,
No,
can you hear me?
he's muted. He's muted. He's not speaking. So no one can hear him as well.
Uh-oh, he's the one that can unmute himself.
What you would do, just check. Maybe the network has kicked him out from the co-host, because sometimes they will kick someone out, but the person will still be appearing on the spaces and co-host. So check through back channel
Yeah.
and see.
Can you see him as a co-host anymore?
Yes, I'm seeing him as a co-host from him here. Him and then see John.
Okay. Yeah, Mary, while we are waiting for COS, you can have the mic briefly before I end this space. I made your one. They come do.
Ekomdo yama, ekomdo mbonda too much time, ese songo. The song it is. No mbonda too much time. Mean just say to get just more. Because of Nigeria is breeding. My yama for me. Hey, I say ane kuri on tanga Africa God will bless you. God of Biafra will bless you. And the Mother Earth will continue to guide you and give you the wisdom to continue.
To all of
Panic
us,
of For all of us, that is the truth for all of us. Yes, Nigeria is bleeding. Also, Biafra land. Nigeria is a terrorist land. That is why Nigeria is bleeding. And they turn what they want to do upside down to make Biafra land to be bleeding. That is why our leaders bring defense to secure your land. Because Nigeria is already from the beginning, is a failed state. Nigeria is a name, they just give it, and very, very deadly name in that matter. Very, very poisonous name. Even you drink poison, it not kill you fast like Nigeria killing you. So, my people, how are you going to prevent this breeding in Biafra land? By you standing up and secure your land, because Nigeria is a terrorist land, is a criminal land, is a land of destiny destroyer. Is a land without no mercy for humanity, because it's not a place where woman being supposed to answer. A name will put you in the doom. Call Nigeria a darkness name. You accept it.
Mary, sorry for the interjection, please. So, tutors, try and see if you can bring up Mr. Snow, the COS up. Try, check.
I've sent him the co-host again. I'm battling here.
Okay,
So
thank
can
you.
I go?
Mary, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry for that, please.
Okay. Thank you, no problem. So, my people, whosoever any woman being accept to be Nigeria, they should know, they know already, that is the death trap. That is what killing them. Without you know, refuse Nigeria. Without you know saying, oh, I'll never be Nigeria, I will never be. You will continue die. It doesn't matter whatever things you paint in your mouth, that you did new leader, new Nigeria, new this, new that. But as long that name consigned, you will never be safe. Because whoever country, the desert, the terrorists, the Fulani from Sahel, Jihad, Boko Haram, they belong to Nigeria. They are the honor of Nigeria. And you will have a place where your father, your mother, the land you come from, and it has a name. And you deny it, you say, now Nigeria want to be your problem. Nigeria will continue to be your problem. That is why we said, we divide it, we have template, and we don't destroy it. We never be Nigeria again. We never be a Nigeria. So we can never be. So how are you going to secure that your land? It's only you to fund. It's only you to fund your defense. It's only you to fund your lobby. The people who take your matter to the highest level, when Nigeria, they kill, genocide is going on since the day they said Nigeria name. Since the beginning, they said Nigeria. Since the day you know that foreigner come to your land, since when you know that the Britain come to your cocoa, come to your palm oil, since the day you start to die. Since the day Mama Bello, how they call it, said you are not right, you are not even be the person to answer the name of your land, they will take it from you by force, by power. If they cannot do it, they will give to foreigner. If foreigner cannot do it, they go use you will accept to be Nigeria to kill the others till they accept it. What that means, is it not jihad? Is it not to Nigeria? They already said Nigeria is their forefathers. So why do you deceive yourself? You deceive yourself and you make that your dirty brain transfer to the rest of the new children coming up. And that is why most of you people will deserve the punishment. Because if you don't let another person sleep, Nigeria, you will not sleep. That is the truth. Because Biafra land, we will fight you till the core. We will make sure that you will never, whosoever want to be Nigeria, we not argue with it. Go to the north. Go to the northern region. That is where the jihad is going on. But don't come and mix with us. Don't come and be middle of us. They use you to destroy our land. That is why we say we will never accept it. Don't do that in West Gaza and waiting they did. They will run, the terrorists will run, go and mix themselves with the innocent people. And because of that, they try to forfeit another person's land. That is the system of jihad, and it will never be in Biafra land. So Biafra, fund your life. Because nobody would it for you. Nobody will come and fight for you. Mekobodo, afondida kanda muda kakuda idagami. Unwana do woke mfo. Unwana do we song for the Fulani from Sahel. Photo jalon, the tente told you yourself. Get this new area. I've also created 17, 18, 20 something. Ada kada wana bo we call Nigeria wana I want to go Nigeria happen to come for Yemen, do when and a form and I use upon for what them for. And here who would fear. And for accept from the bone and be, how boy ya Fulani from Sahel. Eddie don't for. And for you make a boy ya Fulani from Sahel. I did know your neighbor. I food your okay for what them for. Did it for make I don't mock I can have on board. Fulani Muslim can never marry. A man of their girls can never marry your own people. But do you know what they did to you? They send their men, their Fulani, their Islamists to come to you and marry your daughter to make sure say they use the person will accept to say marry that deadly something. And they will use that one to kill you, and your children would be the person who will go to the jihad begging, turn to a marjorie. Use that system to kill you. Why their own girls watch around? Why their own girls know they marry Biafran people or even other side, or even that Yoruba land? Do you see the North and the Fulani, the Amajiri, them, the Fulani married to this? No, they send them to marry your own children, your own girls. They not even marry self to take them as a slave. From there, they produce that deadly maggottings between you, and they use that sense to kill you. So why can't you stop that mistake right now? Why can't you stop it? Where you don't open your eye now, see that the death is close to your door, is knocking to your door. Are you going to do it? By you to save yourself by funding. Because I'm still saying it, all the nations for this world, they save their life, they fund it. They fund their defense. Yeah, you make me make the minister. So Nitega, this song,
May time got more than 5 minutes to do more.
Nitega, this song, Eneka. Even I'm there, and I'm Nigeria. I know I don't know Biafra by force because you know the end.
Nene.
So I don't tough.
COS.
I don't tough and I fall. This song, COS, song.
Oh, I was young. COS, please, you have the mic. Thank you, sir. Welcome. Mary, thank you so much. Honorable COS, are you there? Hey, I hope internet has not been.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Welcome.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. And to Totiville, I heard you speaking earlier, and everyone, I appreciate you for being here. Tutos, I know you're about to close down, but there are just a few instances I want to point out because of when you were talking about the funding of the terrorists, the network of the funding of the terrorists. It's not just about those people that were exposed by both the EAU and all of that, those who are funding the government. What is his name? Sheikh Gumi told Nigerians. I think the major problem is that Nigerians have a habit of not taking anything serious. They have been structured in a way that they only take irrelevant things serious, things that really matters, things that should really be of concern to them are in no way at all close to what they worry about. If you go down to the streets of Nigeria today, the biggest conversation that gears towards people who are determined to make a change is our seat at home. Every other conversation done, the whole discourse about the 2027 election is irrelevant. You don't know if you're going to make it to that 2027 that you're talking about. Because what people don't realize is that, okay, people forget that Vanguard reported that in the 8 years of Buhari's government, over 111 people were killed within that 8 years of Buhari's government. In 2024 alone, Daily Trust reported that over 614,937 Nigerians were killed and over 2.2 million people abducted in 1 year. This is their report, December 18th, 2024. In all of this, how much did they collect from ransom? 2.3 trillion. They collected over 2.3 trillion. So when we talk about the Nigerian system, how they are funding these terrorists and all that they are doing, everything is clear here. Borno State government in November of that 2025 reported that they spend over 2.6 billion naira just to feed repented terrorists in months. Mind you, the repented terrorists they're talking about is the same repented terrorists that they're telling you that over 51,000 of them repented and their families were rehabilitated. Where are they? As they have repented and been rehabilitated, where are they? Are they not in these communities that people are being slaughtered? Which communities are they? Or are they in the army barracks where the terrorists are slaughtering people? So wherever they are still with the government. They are working hand in hand with the government. There was nothing like repented. They just have deals with them, agree that they are going to be on this path, killing and slaughtering people and making ransom. People don't understand when they talk about Nigeria bleeding. And some people might start, but they're not killing people in the East. Are you serious? Do you know how many of our young men in the East have been slaughtered by these monsters in their checkpoints? December of 2024, Nigerian security operatives killed over 32,000 civilians, extorted 3 trillion in Southeast. This thing you're seeing came from an Ocean report, a report they titled Ocean of Innocent Blood Flowing in Eastern Region of Nigeria, unveiled in Enugu State yesterday. So what you're seeing here is the people that were killed in Enugu State, basically, if you ask me. So is Nigeria not bleeding? As Nigeria bleeds, Biafra bleeds. The only difference that they are using the terrorists in uniform to kill our people, it doesn't make it any less different from what they're doing in the north. They are just killing us with impunity. And at least up in the north, they know that they are fighting with terrorists. But the same people, our aged parents, are looking up to be there to protect them as Nigerian soldiers. The indigenous people are looking up to them to protect them. The same set of people are the ones that are going to kill them. What does that tell you? The fact that Nigeria is bleeding didn't start today. It didn't start today to bleed. I remember Sister Stella saying at some point that if care is not taken over, 10 million of our people have been killed just within or since after the Biafran War. If you look at everything that is going on, it is a big possibility that all of that has happened. Now, we're not talking about the terrorism by the so-called governors in our land, people like Peter Obi, who killed and dumped our people in Izu River. Soludo, who is using Ndiakodo to cripple our young people and slaughter them with the different military outfits that they are all flaunting around, killing our people. So Nigeria is bleeding. It's a lot that is going on in Nigeria that if we start discussing Nigeria, we're not going to stop today. But in all of this, if you look at the way these people are generating funds, you will understand that there is a very high need for everyone to pitch in whatever they can afford. Because there are states in Nigeria that have been under the control of the terrorists for months now, for years, for even as long as 6 years. They're collecting taxes. What about the government revenue that should be going to those places? They're still giving it to them because they are working hand in hand with the government. The other day, Tutor was reading out for us a compilation of how these people are making money from taxing people, even on the water banks from fishing. So we've got a serious need to come together and fund our liberation. In all honesty, it's already late. But if we are to do the right thing and turn around now, we might be able to save our land. Just a little deal. Just a little bit. At least we will be able to secure our land. Over a decade, our leader Mazen Namdekado asked for $1 because of the crowd of the people that we have in the United States. So today we are asking you to bring everything that you have, bring it to the Biafra Republic government. Let us use it and save the lives of our people. It don't matter how little. Join us in the crowdfunding. Every day you feel like doing it, go to our website and make a donation. It doesn't matter how little it is. Let us continue in doing the right thing. People must kill the hypocrisy. For us to be able to survive and to succeed in this war that is facing us, people must kill the hypocrisy. Say what you mean what you say, and do just exactly as you're saying. Thank you, everyone. I'm giving my 20 Gemma for today's space. I'll send you the receipt later. I don't know.
Wow. Our CEO is thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your speech and your donation. You've opened the floor. Thank you so much. I don't mind staying an extra 5 minutes if any other person wants to. If any other person wants to give us space donation, I don't mind. All for Biafra. Thank you so much, our COS. God bless you for that submission and your donation. We really appreciate you. You see, we can never end the space without you. And I want to sincerely thank you for, coming up to accept this service today. God bless you. And you did amazingly great. Thank you so much, our COS. It was a privilege to have you as my co-host today. Thank you so much. I don't know if my brother Nsi is still there. Nsi, can you give us a vote of thanks if you are still there? Nsi has gone to the other room. Okay, I will pass the mic to Toti. Okay, he's there. Please don't crucify me.
30, what's that now? Yeah. Even though we dey hide for here, we go still say, may we still talk to our people. May we still greet our people. May we still make little submission, even though we are working. You know what I mean? Yes, so thank you so very much to everyone that has actually graced the space today. And thank you, COS. Like I said earlier, thank you for always coming up to speak with us. We always want to hear from you. We always want to learn from you. And we're so grateful to have you, the original COS. Thank you very much. 30. Stop that thing you are doing. Stop it, though. My brother, I love you. So nice seeing you. I didn't even know when you came up, but that's so good to have you. Thank you so very much, always. Sister Eunice, it's been a while. We've not heard your voice, though. But it's still good that you always come up to, support us every time we're here. Thank you very much. And most importantly, I want to say a very big thank you to our PM. Sometimes they just show up to grace the space for us, to give us hope, to help us believe in all that Brady is doing under him. It's been really, really wonderful to have him. Madam Betty, thank you waking up every morning to educate our people, tell our people, help our people know where to stand. We really appreciate that. Meriteka, Thank you for always, saying it the way it is. Rejan Furi, thank you for showing up. Like I might not be able to mention every names, but want to let you know that we appreciate every one of you. Nigeria is bleeding, and they will continue to bleed until they let us go. And if they decided not to, they will continue bleeding. But the most important thing is that we should play our part. We cannot just come here every time, just make noise, make noise, make noise, and go back to our hiding. The best thing we need to do is to fund our freedom. That's the only thing we can do. That's the only thing that can move us forward. Going to Capitol Hill for all those meetings is not just a mere mouth thing. It's finance. Having to involve the lobbies is not it's not by water, you know. It's funding as well. So if we don't put all of that on the table, we're going nowhere. This is the part that our COS always love hammering every time. There's no time he's speaking to us without telling us this, because it becomes the vital part of whatever we're doing. If you can remember that our Cameroon Ambazonia brother, when he was speaking with us, he said something that at this point that we are, we just need three things to move us forward. And what was those things? First one is a Gemma. The second one is a Gemma. And even the third one is still a Gemma. So without it, my people, will get nowhere. And that brother also let us know that at this point in time that there will be so many saboteurs, and we can see them, raising their head. But the most important thing is that we are very, very sure that we're holding our ground. Nothing will happen. And the guy said, if you're marching forward and I'm seeing your forehead, my brother, forget it, oh, you're gone. So for all of them that think they want to come in here and sabotage, they're gone already. But like PM will always say, I cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. If you think you've messed up, just get up. Dust yourself up. Fall back in. And let's carry on the battle together. I don't have much to say to our people, but I just want to let you know that I appreciate you guys for always, tuning in. Because without you, we can't be talking to the team ear. But you make it possible for any one of us to always want to open the space, because they know and believe you'll be there to support. So once again, thank you. Let's keep doing it together. Let's make them bleed. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I drop it here. Thank you very much once more, tutors, for having us. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our great speakers. And I really want to appreciate our Prime Minister that was here with us. Thank you, sir. God bless you. God bless our COAs and my second co-host, C. Toti, Mary. Sylvia has been on the mic, but I don't know if it's a he or she. He didn't say anything. Yeah, thank you. Our African Rave is here. Mama Betty is here. All of you, I really appreciate you. Rage and Fury, you really took it up. Thank you so much. Let's
I'm
see.
here. Oh.
Your name is sorry.
I'm in silver now.
Why you no talk since now? I want to end this page. You're saying I'm here.
I dey busy. The way make people dey talk now. I dey busy. I just dey
Oh
listen
yeah,
up. We go for it has been a long time.
oh yeah, you have 2 minutes. I want to sleep.
Oh, 2 minutes. Na greeting I go greet na. If na 2 minutes, make I kukuma greet everybody because everybody has spoken well. I swear. Everybody has spoken well. I believe that na ntina nuya hana kubuata. The ear that hears does not have to be big before it can hear and understand. It's just little. Igbo munum. Oh, Chineke ekele. I really appreciate everyone. I really appreciate all you are doing. It has been a long time, honestly. It has really been a long time. And as I came back and I got to understand that it's like some people want to drink Gary where there is sand, but I don't know the kind of garri they are looking for. Maybe they can get it anywhere they felt it, they can see it. Again, they cannot give me food and I will start pouring sand inside the food. No, I have to select food and sand out of the food I want to eat and make my choice. I really appreciate everyone who has followed the right step and who have known the right thing to do and who has always been on the forefront. It's not easy. I really appreciate our media teams and our APM. I can really see your hard work, honestly. It's only God. Thank God that man is not God, because if man could have been God, I don't know. I don't know what they could have done with this struggle, Biafran struggle. I don't know. A lot of people thought that this struggle is a family something. A lot of people thought that this thing, even at the point they know that we have lobbyists, we have lawyers, we have everything that a country need. Even at this point, some people think that with their personal decision, I don't know. I don't know how people think that with their personal decision, a multitude of a million of people we accept or we be under. Do you know? Some people don't know that. Man, Nnamdi Kamazi have already, only have already said it all, that he is not Biafran. He is here to help the struggle. He is not the main Biafran. Ojukwu is not the Ojukwu fight and go. Nzogu fought and go. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu fought and remain in the battle line, although he is being punished for the sake of the people he is fighting for. Simon Ekpa fought, and although he's still being punished for the sake of the people he is fighting. How does somebody just rise up from one day and think that he's the one that will say what you have? Are you Iwone in this struggle, Biafra, that contains more than up to 30 states? Well, God is watching. I believe God is watching, and I know that God is watching, because a lot of people, a lot of things could have gone wrong if God is not watching. Honestly, a lot of things could have gone wrong. A lot of us could have not been here. We could have not been together like this. We could have been like, but God forbid, we could have been like ESN and Mazop, because I know when Mazop started then. I know how it all goes. Then I was still a
Okay,
boy. Yeah.
thank you.
Then I was my that is why I say 2 minutes. I could have just
You
greet
5 minutes
everybody and go, but
later.
give me some time. Give me some time. Let me round up.
No, it's after 10 p.m. here. I need to sleep. I'm so sorry. Come on Friday, God
Okay,
willing,
man. Okay.
we'll have
I
another
really
space. Is
appreciate
that okay?
everyone for their
Yeah.
struggle. I really appreciate
But,
everyone.
wait, so you
And
committed offense. So Olokpa is not here, but I will collect that money. Why did you call our Prime Minister 8 p.m.?
oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Mba,
sorry.
mba, mba.
Oh,
No, no,
oh,
no. You pay
I'm
fine.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Mba,
I'm sorry. I told you that
mba.
it has been long. I told you that it has been long. It has been long.
No, no.
Our
That is not
current prime
true.
minister. I'm very very
Mba,
sorry.
mba, mba, mba. We no agree. You need to pay fine.
Bikunu
You
egbu
need
na
to
nwunye egbu.
tell us what
Ọnwụ
you
unu
can
ka
do.
nwụ
You cannot demote
unu
him
tie m
now.
unu
You
unu
cannot
etigo m
demote him now.
werezie n'aka ndị kpọbatanụ m biko. You have given me one poster now. I'm very very sorry. My
Hmm?
knees are on
Eh?
the ground, please.
Sorry, no fit buy groundnut. Oh.
That is the truth. That is the truth.
Okay. So you are owing this space, Tene Jemma, for demoting our prime minister to.
Oh,
If somebody need to bail you out, I will not. I will write down your name.
I
Voila.
have my mommy Eunice here. I have my mommy Eunice here. She can bail me out.
This is what it's not Eunice that say you should demote our
I,
prime minister to
I
8 p.m.
thought that I saw Sister Stella here. I can even go to you tutors. You can you can still bail me out. You
Okay.
can still bail
You
me
are
out.
very
I
lucky
greet
that
everybody.
okay, no wahala. You just get luck saying midweek space. If it is Friday, I don't mind staying till 2 a.m. to collect that money from you.
No
Okay.
problem. No
Mhm.
problem.
I pray you make this mistake again on Friday, God willing, so that
No, no. No, it won't. Not
Because
from
you
me.
committed two offenses. Two.
Not from me.
Wait,
Not
oh,
from Silver. Not
you
from
wait
Silver.
oh. Your offense to that too. Because one, you demoted our prime minister to AP, and then you say Biafra is more than 30 states. So even you don't know the number of states that we have in Biafra. Uh-huh.
I know the state we have. We have 30 states in Biafra.
2000. Now wetin dey do person when they come class late, then they do
See, I
serious.
won't
30
come
When they
states.
come
commodity
class,
for the 10. See, I won't come commodity 10 euro, the 10 a gem up on your head. You can't make another mistake.
Make I kukuma shut up before I go make more mistake before I
Hey,
come Munda.
30 states. Hey, in fact, let me write down your name. 30 states. Silver, 30 states. Mba.
na late come and they come class late. Now wetin they don't
So,
Ziva,
Mary, are
Ziva
you paying
the
the 10
confess
agenda for him?
And that 10 a gem I go pay for him, but didn't go this second mistake, he must pay. Make it right
Okay,
and that. Uh-huh.
I'll write that one down.
Yes. It's
No
not
problem.
30 states.
I'm owing. I'm owing. I'm owing. I accept. I'm
So
even owing.
that next time you know go make that mistake.
Yes. Okay, Biafra, thank you so much. Hey,
Yeah,
Sylvia, you see, the spirit of Biafra said I should give you my yes, 30.
yeah. Make I want advice and Ziva making the front gate enter school, making it the follow fence again, making the follow front gate enter.
Okay, sir.
Eh?
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Just that I have been very busy. Although sometimes I will just flash back and go through my phone and all that and through my
If you
system. But
say that busy again, you pay another money. Oh. Because if all of us were claim we were busy, where would you have come to meet us today?
I'm
No
very,
talk
very
say
sorry.
you
I'm
dey
a
busy.
student too.
I
I
will
beg.
collect another money. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Biafrans. God willing, we'll see you. Thank you. Good night from here. I love you.